Reduce your accounting to a few simple clicks with QuickBooks Hosting in PageManager. I am your host. My name is Burke Delpez. I'm a Client Relationship Manager here at Swizznet. And today we also have Kristen Callahan, who is our COO. Say hi, Kristen.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us today in the third webinar in our summer webinar series. Do stay tuned for future webinars. The next one coming up is Swizznet paired with Smart Vault Document Management. So again, another document management solution. So we're all about giving you options to make sure you find the right thing that matches your business needs and your clients' needs. With that, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Burke. Take it away.
Excellent. Thanks, Kristen. All right. So today we're going to talk about a little bit about what is Swizznet, and then what it means to have your data into the cloud. Then we'll also take a look at PageManager and how it can actually help you quickly organize your documents, saving you time and money while benefiting the accounting process. Then at the end, we have some other questions that will pop up, and we'll go ahead and answer those at the very end. All right. So to get started, Swizznet does offer that anytime, anywhere, multi-user access. So anyone that has access can all access the same file at the same time. Also, everything is also hosted on Swiznet's cloud service, so you don't even have to have QuickBooks installed on your local computer. Typically, it takes less than a couple hours just to create your account, and only about 5 to 10 minutes to get everything set up to where you can start using it right away. QuickBooks also is different on Swizznet because we offer the full-fledged desktop versions of Pro, Premier, and Enterprise, as opposed to QuickBooks Online, which offers a more light version of QuickBooks. And Swizznet also offers unlimited data storage with the ability to create your own filing system, backing up your information every 30 minutes with version control. So to give you a little history, Swizznet was founded by an accounting firm located in Seattle, Washington. The firm was looking for a cloud solution themselves, but nothing was really built around the accounting process and really being able to collaborate with their clients. They began building a system based around what they would want to use. What would be the best platform? What would be the best technology? What would be the best security? And most importantly, if we ever needed help, what would be the best support that we could offer? This really built a foundation based around best services and practices. It really solidified the commitment towards being the best hosting provider. Swizznet is its own company, but that original firm is still using them today. So there's some really good benefits for taking QuickBooks to the cloud. First off, Swizznet offers real-time multi-user access. So again, everyone that has access and needs that access can access the same file at the same time. You don't even need to send or receive files anymore. You can also save on IT costs. As most people aren't IT experts, instead of trying to maintain all the technical details, you can focus on what you do best and really grow your business. With all this, this will help streamline that accounting process, which helps save you time and money. And one of the biggest benefits of hosting, and one of the main reasons we created a hosted environment, is that you get the whole desktop version of QuickBooks instead of the light version of QuickBooks Online. To review Swiznet's security and systems, Swizznet does back up your information every 30 minutes with version control because that last save may not be the best one to recover. Swizznet also offers redundant servers to provide you the strongest connection and fastest speeds. We also have redundant firewalls protecting your information with everything being encrypted. And Swizznet has not only one, but 2 data centers that are mirrored, storing your data for that complete disaster recovery. And we are also PCI compliant, which means that we meet the payment card industry standards for safe and reliable payment card processing. Swizznet is also MSP Alliance accredited, which means that we are financially stable. Our business practices are top-notch, and even our support team, who are based in the United States and are also pro-advisors themselves, are second to none. Most importantly, Swizznet is authorized by Intuit as a commercial hosting provider. So to recap some of that Swizznet difference, we do offer the anytime, anywhere access, but we do it at a faster connection because we do use Citrix as our platform. We also have seamless printing, so all your printing needs is done as what you're normally used to. Swizznet also offers unlimited data storage. Again, the ability to create your own organizational filing system. We also support our Macs. We have a continuous 30-minute backup. We are PCI compliant, and we also have a setup for one-click access for your QuickBooks. So let's talk paperwork. So there are multiple ways of receiving different files. You can get faxes, there's postal delivery, perhaps somebody sent it to you via email, or maybe you're using some online folder to transfer files. Maybe somebody needs to go to the different offices to pick up files, or people have to drop them off in your office. Also, is your filing system possibly taking up too much of your office square footage? So once you've received all your paperwork, how do you organize and manage it? How much time are you, or perhaps somebody in your office, spending on just trying to organize all the paperwork you get? And once you receive the documents, are you able to update them at all and change them? So once you file away the documents, are you able to quickly locate them later? So let's say you do have a lot of paperwork that you'd rather keep digital. Are you able to store all of them electronically? Swizznet QuickBooks hosting combined with PageManager can help you with all of this. So now that we talked a little bit about Swizznet and how paperwork can collect, let's take a look at our systems. Okay, so first off, I want to bring up my Windows Explorer. So the Windows Explorer can be brought up from your portal page on Swizznet. And so over here on the left-hand side, I have my Z drive, and the Z drive is our cloud solution. So what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and select my folder that I want to create a new folder in for Client A. And what I'll do is I'm just going to go ahead and right-click, go down to New, and then I'm going to select Folder. So let's call this New Scans, because whenever I scan something, I want it to go here first, so then I can organize and place it where it needs to go later. So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and switch it over to Kristen, because Kristen is going to play the role of my client. And so we can see on her side what it looks like to switch things over.
All right, perfect. Let me know when you can see my screen there with PageManager pulled up.
I can see PageManager now.
Okay, perfect. So as you'll see in PageManager on the left-hand side, this is basically a view into the Windows Explorer. Since I'm Client A, I can only see what was in Client A's folder. So I can access that new scans folder that Burke just set up for me. And if I want to scan him something, I'm going to simply click the scan button. It's going to connect to my computer scanner, hit scan, and then whether it's 1 page or 30 pages, it's just going to grab what's in the scanner, run it through, and then immediately put it into that new scans folder for Burke to go in and access. So I'm all done there. And there is that scan document that I scanned in there. Let me go ahead and pass this back over to Burke so you can see his view as the accountant.
Excellent. Thanks, Kristen. All right. So here is my side. I can see the Client A. I can see my new scans folder. And there's that scan that Kristen just scanned in for me. Let's go ahead and open up our PageManager. So in the PageManager, we'll go ahead and expand out. I'm going to go locate my Client A. And there's the new scans. And there's the document. So I want to do some things with this document first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and double-click on it to open it up. And as it's opening, I actually have some tools over here on the right-hand side that I can use to manipulate this document. So for example, here's a text box. And as this is an invoice, let's just go ahead and put a text box here. We'll put paid on 7/31/2014. And there's some other options as well. There's highlighting tools, there's drawing and markup tools, there's stamps out here. So if this is good, I can select approved, go ahead and mark this as approved, and then again, these changes are going to be saved on this document. Well, one thing we can also do with PageManager is we can actually search for documents. So let's go ahead and put a new text box down here, and I'm going to type in find me, because I want to find this document. So as I back out of this, let's go ahead and save those changes. Now you can see that on our little thumbnail, those changes have been saved. Now I can also rename documents. So let's go ahead and rename this document as whatever I want to do, however I want to organize it. And so I can also find it later. All right. So to find it later, what I want to do is, let's say I'm not in client A, or I'm not sure where I put this certain document. Well, I can hit my binoculars, and then I want to locate the text, find me, and let's go ahead and check some boxes to search in. And again, I don't know where it is. I know it's on my Z drive because I save things to my Z drive. I just don't know where. So what I'm going to do is hit the search, and we'll see if we can locate that. And lo and behold, there it is. So Swizznet, hosting the PageManager, PageManager was able to do a search and locate this document. I can double-click on this document, on this name, and it'll bring it up for me, load it up, so I can look at it, make any kind of changes that I need to. Another great function of PageManager is, let's say here on client B, I've got a bunch of different pages. And so what I want to do is I want to make all these into one document. Well, to do that, all I need to do is select which one I want and click, hold down, drag it over, and drop it on top of the other one. And we'll just go ahead and do that with all these. So what I'm doing is I'm stacking all these pages up into one single document. And let's say I had a bunch of documents here, pages, and I want to go ahead and give them all the same kind of labeling and naming convention. So I can go to right-click, and let's do a batch rename. And we'll put sales here, and we'll start at number 0. That works. And we'll hit OK. So I got my sales. I got 000 on the front page, but they're still collected on stacked up. So what I can do is I can right-click on it, go down to Unstack, all pages, and let everything fold out. And as you can see, my naming convention also stuck, where it had the sales and the zeros, and then also numbered the pages as well. So the next thing we want to do is, let's go ahead and see how this can work with our QuickBooks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this smaller so then I can bring up my QuickBooks. And so let's say over here on my QuickBooks I want to create an invoice. And let's go ahead and select a customer. Let's give us something to have on for sale, an Anchor Spring. And what I'll do is I'll go ahead and hit my attach button. Select yes. And I want to go to my computer because I know that's where I keep my documents. Here's my Z drive. There's my client A. There's the new scans. And there's my document. So I want to go ahead and attach that to this invoice. So with this, I was able to receive a scan from my customer. I can open up using PageManager. I can alter the document however I need to, and then I can attach that document straight to the invoice. So once that's been attached, what I can do now is I can go over to that new scans folder, and it doesn't belong to new scans because I've already worked it. So let's go ahead and expand out 2014, here's my invoices, and there's my pool depot. So what I'll do is I'll click, and I'll drag this and put this in the invoices for 2014 for that customer. And so what it will do is it'll move that document out of the new scans folder and plunk it right into where I want to go. Excellent. So again, by using PageManager with QuickBooks hosting on Swizznet, I'm able to combine the two and really help out with the functionality and saving some time, saving some clicks. It will do a bunch of things all at once and make things easier for myself and for my staff, which they appreciate. To learn more about Swizznet and PageManager, go ahead and email us or give us a call. Swizznet does also offer a 15-day free trial where we will pay for your access so you can try out the system without any obligation. And as Kristen mentioned, stay tuned because we still have more webinars this summer, including how SmartVault can help your business even more. And if you need some help analyzing some of these costs, check out the ROI calculator on our site. And one thing about Swizznet is that we do offer the best technology, the best security, the best backups, and the best support, as we'll go above and beyond for you. And once you compare us with our other commercial competitors, you'll understand the Swizznet difference. Thank you again, everyone, for joining us and watching. I really hope this was able to clear up some confusion regarding cloud computing, but also how PageManager can really help your QuickBooks. We'll now see if we have some questions that have been submitted, and thank you again for joining us. Kristen, do we have any questions out there?
It does look like we have a few questions. The first one is, of course, the all-important, how much does it cost to use PageManager?
Oh, great question. It costs $4.50 per user per month. So, we can also assign it on a per-user basis. So perhaps not everybody in the office needs it, just the person that needs it that has the scanner attached to their computer. So $4.50 per user.
Perfect. And so how long does it take to get an account set up with Swizznet and PageManager?
Good question. Typically, we can get it done really fast, less than an hour even. So once we receive a request to set up your account, we'll get your account created. We can add PageManager on there for you, and we can get everything up and running for you same day. It's just less than a couple hours.
Perfect. Okay. And I know there's lots of scanners out there. What scanners work with Swizznet and PageManager?
That's a good question. What you want to look for is a scanner that has what's known as a Twain driver. And Twain is spelled T-W-A-I-N. And most scanners nowadays does have this driver installed, and it makes it a lot easier for setup and making sure it communicates with our system.
Perfect. That's all the questions we've got for now.
Excellent. Well, thanks everybody again for joining us. We hope you learned a lot. Thanks for checking out Swizznet, and we hope to talk with you soon.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great rest of your day.